What drives you when no one's watching? The Mamba mindset begins in the dark. You don't become Kobe Bryant by accident. You become him in the dark. At 4 a.m., before the world wakes up, while others sleep, he's already drenched in sweat, grinding, repeating, not for the cameras, for the craft. Rest at the end, not in the middle. Most people want greatness without the pain. They want to be champions, but they don't want to bleed for it. Kobe didn't wait for motivation. He created it through discipline. He didn't train until he got it right. He trained until he couldn't get it wrong. And every drop of sweat was a silent promise. You won't outwork me, you won't outlast me, because I am relentless. Obsession isn't crazy, it's the standard. If you're going to be a beast, it's not just about the physical, it's about the mental. Kobe wasn't interested in basketball, he was obsessed. Studying footwork like an engineer, analyzing defenders like chess pieces, watching hours of film while others played video games. He treated the game like sacred ground. Every detail mattered, every rep counted. That's what separates greatness from talent. It's not a gift, it's an obsession. People called him intense, cold, ruthless. But that's what it takes. You want to rise above average, you have to do what average people won't even think of doing. Mamba mentality means this: be so committed that comfort starts to feel like weakness. Pain is the price of transformation. Everything negative, pressure, challenges, is all an opportunity for me to rise. Most people run from pain. Kobe ran through it. He played with torn ligaments, shattered fingers, a ruptured Achilles. And still, he stood at the free throw line and made the shots. Because pain wasn't a reason to stop, it was proof he was being forged. Mamba mentality means you don't pray for it to be easier, you pray for the strength to endure it. The mindset isn't about seeking comfort, it's about being uncomfortable every single day. Your limits aren't real, they're just the edge of your current identity. Push past them, and you'll find the next version of yourself. One who doesn't quit, one who grows stronger under pressure, one who rises. Greatness lives in the details. I have nothing in common with lazy people who blame others for their lack of success. Kobe didn't just shoot more than everyone else, he studied harder than everyone else. He didn't wait for greatness to appear, he built it brick by brick, detail by detail. Every dribble, every step, every breath. He knew that winning wasn't random, it was earned in the tiny, invisible repetitions no one else was willing to do. I would watch the same game over and over, just to understand one defensive rotation. Greatness is boring, it's lonely, it's precise. But if you respect the details, the results will eventually respect you. The darkness is a gift. When the world doubted him, Kobe smiled. He didn't need applause, he didn't need validation. He needed the work, the silence, the storm. You can't be held captive by fear. If you're afraid to fail, then you're probably going to fail. Mamba mentality isn't just fire, it's darkness. It's sacrificing comfort for greatness. It's saying no to parties so you can train alone. It's facing your fears so often they lose power. And when life breaks you, that's where the real Kobe shows up. You get up anyway, you show up anyway, you fight anyway. Because when it's dark, you don't fold, you ignite. Be ruthless with excuses and gentle with discipline. Once you know what failure feels like, determination chases success. Kobe didn't allow excuses in the gym, not from his teammates, not from himself. He believed in accountability, because excellence demands it. I would wake up at 3 a.m. and train 3 times a day, just to widen the gap. No shortcut, no cheat code, just the brutal math of repetition. People want discipline to feel good, but Kobe knew better. Discipline is pain now, freedom later. If you're waiting to feel like it, you already lost. Discipline is choosing to show up regardless of how you feel. Not once, but always. Outwork everyone, period. When rookies joined the Lakers, they tried to beat him to practice. They'd show up at 6 a.m. only to find Kobe already there, drenched in sweat. He wasn't trying to compete, he was trying to dominate. I would train while others slept, so when we met, I had already won. Mamba mentality means you're not just willing to work, you crave the grind. You want the reps others run from, you want the pain others avoid. Because every extra hour is another weapon, every extra rep is another step ahead. And soon, it's not a race, it's a massacre. And soon, it's not a race, it's a massacre. Great things come from hard work and perseverance, no excuses. Legacy isn't built in bright lights, it's built when no one's watching. While others rest, you refine. While others complain, you commit. Kobe knew every decision echoes into eternity. It's not one game, it's not one season. And every sacrifice adds up. One choice at a time, one morning at a time, until you become the kind of person you used to admire. Fall in love with the hard stuff. We don't quit, we don't cower, we don't run, we endure and conquer. Kobe's favorite part of the journey, the struggle. The missed shots, the injuries, the long, lonely nights. He didn't tolerate them, he embraced them. Why? Because he knew that's where greatness lives. It's not about liking pain, it's about respecting it. Because pain teaches, failure reveals, and suffering sharpens. You don't have to love the grind, but if you want to be great, you'd better marry it. The Mamba lives in you. Kobe is gone, but the mindset, it's still here. In every early morning, every extra rep, every time you keep going when others quit. Heroes come and go, but legends are forever. Mamba mentality was never just about basketball. It was about becoming something unbreakable. A human being who chooses pressure, who seeks growth, who doesn't wait to be rescued because they've already rescued themselves. You don't need to be Kobe, but you can walk like him, train like him, live like him. Because the Mamba is already in you. Your mind is the arena. The most important thing is to try and inspire people so that they can be great in whatever they want to do. Kobe knew the real game wasn't just on the court, it was in the mind. Every fear, every doubt, every lazy impulse, that's the true opponent. You don't rise because of motivation, you rise because you refuse to stay down. The mind will always whisper, "Take it easy, skip today, you've done enough." But greatness, it's deaf to those voices. Mamba mentality is a mindset of war, not against others, but against comfort. You win the day by winning the moment. You win the moment by owning your mind. Comfort is a lie dressed as kindness. Comfort tells you it loves you, but it robs you. It steals your urgency, blinds your potential, and dulls your instincts. I have nothing in common with lazy people who blame others for their lack of success. Kobe didn't negotiate with excuses, he replaced them with actions. While most people chase balance, he chased edge. Because comfort doesn't make champions, challenge does. Comfort whispers, "Rest now, train tomorrow." Kobe replies, "Train now, rest at the top." You don't need permission to be relentless, just clarity. And once you see what's possible, you'll never settle again. Death doesn't end a legacy, quitting does. Kobe's story didn't end on the court. It lives in every person who dares to go beyond limits. Every kid on the playground, every entrepreneur grinding at 2 a.m., every athlete training when no one's watching. Everything negative, pressure, challenges, is all an opportunity for me to rise. What matters isn't the spotlight, it's the standard. Kobe set a standard so high, it echoes across generations. That's what legacy is, not fame, but impact. And you build that legacy every single day, by showing up, by pushing further, by deciding that your life will stand for something greater. Make every day count, even the invisible ones. There were no wasted days for Kobe, no forgotten hours, no invisible effort. Even when no one was watching, he gave it everything. Because legacy isn't built in highlight reels, it's forged in lonely gyms, cold mornings, silent pain. Great things come from hard work and perseverance, no excuses. That's the code. You don't need motivation, you need a mission. You don't need an audience, you need a reason. And if you're chasing excellence, then every rep counts, every minute matters. Because at the end of your story, the world won't ask how much you rested, it'll ask how much you gave. The Mamba never dies. The body can fade, the fame can fade, but greatness? That echoes forever. Kobe isn't gone, he's everywhere someone refuses to quit. He's alive in the silence before the shot, in the pain before the win, in the kid who chooses courage over comfort. Heroes come and go, but legends are forever. Mamba mentality isn't about basketball, it's about life. About waking up with fire, about walking through fear, about showing the world that you were here and you didn't waste it. So the next time life says no, look up, remember the standard, and keep going. Because the Mamba still runs with you.